there are so many unique properties to the Song of Lunch that watching it is a beautifully artistic journey. This is a 50-minute film that was released in 2010, written and directed by Niall MacCormick, and starring Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson. I watched this because of the cast straight away. They are our protagonists. There are some supporting casts in this, such as the waiters and people in the restaurants, but in terms of our characters, we only have he, played by Alan Rickman, and she, played by Emma Thompson. And the description from IMDb is one sentence and sums it up really well, and it just says, a London publisher recounts a lunchtime reunion with a former lover in poetic monologue. And quite simply, that is what it is. The majority of the film takes place in this restaurant, at this table, with he and she sitting opposite each other, having a conversation and, going over their relationship and what they used to be and who they are now. And it's, nothing happens in terms of action. Nothing happens. Well, for the most part, nothing happens. I won't say kind of how the film concludes itself, but generally speaking, the majority of the film is just two people sitting at a table talking. Conventionally, that shouldn't work, but this really does work. It's really beautiful to watch, and the conversation feels really natural because it's done in poetic monologue. It's it's musical, it's rhythmic, it's steady, it's constant. The characters are interesting enough. I wanted to know about their lives. I will admit that were it not Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman, if it were two actors I'd never heard of, even if their performance was brilliant, it still wouldn't be as good for me. For me, I definitely needed to look at the actors and, especially Emma Thompson. She's somebody I worship. Her performances just melt me. She's incredible. So that was definitely a strong pull factor for me, and watching her converse with Alan Rickman as he and she was a treat. It's an absolute delight. And it is a real pleasure to watch this. As I said, it's only 50 minutes. It's not going to take up too much time for you to watch if you want to check it out. It's definitely a lot more artistic than a lot of films. It's quite creative. I can't fault it. And I even liked the ending. I don't know why I said even liked the ending. I liked it all. Really enjoyable from start to finish. Definitely more engaging than what I expected, but I don't really know what I expected. I kind of knew the basics of what it was about before I watched it. But certainly I had no prior opinions about any of, the intricacies. It's really lovely. It's very creative. Definitely something that could be analysed quite a lot. There's a lot to it, despite the fact that there's nothing on this, not much on the surface. The Song of Lunch, a really lovely piece, absolutely worth checking out, particularly if you're a fan of either Rickman or Thompson, both of whom I love. In all, it's a really good film.